Ever have one of those weeks where it's a fend for yourself kind of week? Not just a day or two of the week, but the entire week. That's kind of what's going on this week in the Ozarks Journal's Homestead. Hi, I'm Kelly. And this morning, I thought I'd go back over what we did last week. Breakfasts were pretty much not what they were supposed to be. We did okay. I did do the breakfast omelets. I did not do oatmeal on Saturday because I had to run to town. So it was breakfast sandwiches for that. And instead of the quiche on Sunday, I realized that was just yesterday and I couldn't tell you what we did. I think I made... Nope, I have no clue. Can't even go there. It is early. Well, for me, after a long day yesterday and very little sleep last night. So let me tell you what's going on this week. Well, we can go to June first. Woohoo, we're in June. Now, we went over the June specials last week. If you would like a copy of this flyer, please email me. The email is in the description box below, as well as my Thrive Life link. And if you go to the Thrive Life website, you'll see everything. So, Thrive Life is going to come into play this week because, at least for me, because I'm going to be the only one using it. And instead of Bob being gone this week, I'm the one being gone this week. So let me get my marker out here. I'll get my pen, get my marker. I usually would have a red highlighter in here, but I don't see one. So since I'm using Thrive Life most of this week and leftovers, let's use my orange Sharpie and say that I am gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to a writer's conference. Now I'm going to come back in here and flip this over for a minute so I can get it at an angle. I'm going to the BTP Writers Conference, Between the Pages Writers Con in Springfield, Missouri, and I'm going to be gone. Now, there's a couple of things that work with in tandem with this, and that is, first off, I'm not staying at the conference hotel. Too expensive for little old me by myself, even at the conference rate. So I'm staying at my favorite hotel, the Comfort Suites in South on Springfield on Glenstone, and where I get a much better rate. I know the people there. So I'm going to go in on Wednesday and get set up. And then I'm going to have all day Thursday to work on my book. And then part of Friday. And then here's where it gets interesting. Let me use a different color pen for this if I've got one in here. If not, I'll use my teal. I don't. I'll use my teal. Now, I just saw a teal pen in here a minute ago. Where did it go? Oh, well. It's one of those mornings. So, we'll use purple. I know it's crazy, but I like my certain color pens for certain things. So, Wednesday is a settle in, and I will probably eat lunch, just grab something small, maybe popcorn chicken at Walmart or something on my way through town. And then I will probably do one of my leftovers at the hotel after I get settled in. It's supposed to be raining and storming all week long. So I don't want to leave the hotel if I don't have to. And then Thursday all day is writing. And I will do all of my meals in the hotel. And then Friday, I don't have to be at the conference until... Let me bring that day up. I have it written down. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday I'm in the hotel from... I don't have to be at the hotel till 1, so I'll be doing breakfast here. And I'll do lunch. Now, this is just meet and greet. And so they'll have nibbles. If they're not what I want, don't fill me up, whatever, then I can always heat something up when I get back to the hotel. Then Saturday, I'm at the hotel all day long, so I will do breakfast at the hotel. And that's probably the day I'm going to have my sausage, gravy, and biscuits. We'll see. And then if I need something when I get back to the hotel, I've got some, but it's 2 to 7. That includes dinner. But I may not, even though dinner's paid for, it wasn't something that I could arrange because the breakfast and the dinners were included in the price of the conference. But I really don't want to stay at this hotel at the conference till 7 o'clock because I've got to drive all the way back the other end of town to my hotel. So this will probably be a grab. And then Sunday, I'm at the hotel all day long by myself, and this is going to be writing in whatever I have. Now, let's talk about what I have. I'm taking leftovers from the freezer. The single meals that I had set aside, I've been setting aside for me. So I've got a leftover spaghetti. I have a leftover biscuits and gravy. I have leftover pork and beans, and I'm going to take a package of hot dogs. And, I don't know, there's single stuff in the freezer that I can take with me. Leftover lasagna. The thing is, I have one of those Copper Chef hamburger cooker, or 5-minute cookers. And I'm going to link it as well as an instruction video down below. We've had it for years. And I use it once in a while. But it's great for the hotel because I can reheat anything in there that I might want to have a little crispy. I can make omelets in there. I can use Jiffy or Hungry Jack, Jiffy cornbread mix and chives up hot dogs that I can make corn dog in there. I can make brownies if I need a little chocolate. I can make my eggs. I can do over easy eggs or I can do omelets. So I could do eggs for a breakfast sandwich. I'm taking a package of my shaved ham that we got last Christmas from the freezer. So mine is going to be pretty much what I take with me. Bob's is going to be pretty much whatever he wants to eat. It's all about Bob. So it's Monday here. So, and I don't want to use that pen for this because I just need to erase. So Monday is going to be omelets. And we'll probably finish off, I'll probably leave the tater tot casserole for Bob. He can have it Wednesday. We made tater tot casserole last night. One of the reasons this is so long is because he had a shoot yesterday and they had a great group of people and it went way too late. I didn't get dinner until almost 8 o'clock last night. Way too late for this old lady. Tuesday for breakfast is probably going to be sausage, gravy, and biscuits. And then Wednesday, normally we do sausage, gravy, and biscuits if somebody's going to be on the road, but I want to do the breakfast sandwiches Wednesday because they'll be quick and easy for me to grab. And if I'm running late getting out of here, I can eat the breakfast sandwich and drive safely. So, and then Thursday, for me, it's the hotel. Whatever I want in the hotel. And then Bob will be on his own. And I'm just going to put hotel on all of these. And it's just going to be whatever I feel like having that day. It's in the hotel. I'm going to put oatmeal on Sunday because I don't have to go anywhere all day Sunday, and that'll be a good one. And then hotel. So as you can see, for me it's a matter of what I can take with me that I can either heat up in the microwave or I can do in my 5-minute chef, because I don't want to have to eat out. I have I have a conference this month, and I have potentially another travel this month that I need to save on the funds. So my Thrive Life comes in great because anything that I want to do with egg, I have my freeze-dried eggs. I can mix stuff up and I can do a soup if I want. I might even do that for Sunday since I'm going to be in the hotel all day Thursday and all day Sunday. I may even take my little mini crock pot and do soup. I could do that. So, and then dinner will be in the hotel. I want to eat out one day all week, and that's it. treat myself to Chinese. Normally I go to Golden Corral, but the food at Golden Corral lately just hasn't been up to par. The manager that I really liked, that really kept an eye on the kitchen, moved to run the Golden Corral in Branson. So these two guys, they're nice, but they just don't keep the food up to par coming out of the kitchen. So it's just not the same. The gravy you could drink with a straw. It's not the good, creamy, thick chicken gravy to put over the stuffing. So that's me for this week. Now, I don't know if I will have, in fact, I probably won't have a freeze-dried Friday video this week, just because I'm leaving Wednesday, and I've got so much to get done in the house this week. The folks that Bob went and visited in Iowa last week will be down here on Wednesday. They'll come in about the time I'm gone. So I've got stuff in the house, in the main part of the living area of the house I've got to do. So anything we do for food is going to be quick. I did know I wanted to do the meatloaf. And actually, I'm going to do the meatloaf since I hadn't decided about leaving a day early. We're going to do the meatloaf tomorrow. And with that, that's always taters and peas. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do today. My brain just is not awake enough to compute that yet. But it'll be something that I can leave leftovers for Bob. That much I know. So nobody ever commented last week as to what kettle vittles were. I was surprised. So this week, leave me a comment down below. How do you eat when you travel? Do you eat out a lot? Do you try to find things that you can eat in the hotel? Most hotels provide some sort of a breakfast. Ours does, but there's a difference between freeze-dried eggs taste and the egg powder that they get from probably Sam's or someplace. It's not the same as freeze-dried. The eggs just have a different texture, a different flavor. I just really can't eat the eggs at the hotel. They have no flavor to start with. And it depends on who's in the kitchen as to the quality of the food on the breakfast bar in the hotel. If I was staying at Drury, they would feed me dinner. I wouldn't even have to do that. But the Drury in Springfield is more expensive than the Drury for me in Poplar Bluff. So won't be staying at Drury either. My hotel that I'm going to stay at, my price, because I've been staying there on and off for 18 years, is about half the cost of what the conference fee would have been for me. So, per day. So that's why I chose to stay off-site. So, down in the description box below, give me an idea of what you do when you travel, and if you do throw stuff in the microwave or whatever. I'd love to hear suggestions because I'm going to be traveling again later this month. So in the meantime, I hope you will please like, share, and subscribe, and be safe, be prepared, and be blessed. Till next week.